All right, before we go back to the Great Lord Jigga 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 Wigga 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 what? Let's actually head back to Spiral Mountain for a moment and a half. I believe it might be time for me to unveil a most unbelievable thing. Oh, wait. No, actually, I don't think I can right now, can I? Now that I think about it, no, I don't think that is a thing. Well, no, okay, you know what? There is still something I can do. I don't know if I can do everything that I'd like to do, but I can definitely do something. And something is better than nothing. Anybody will tell you that something is always better than nothing. Unless that nothing is getting punched in the face and the something is getting 2 punches to the face. In which case, yes, I suppose nothing would be better in that particular instance. But why are you arguing such incredibly specific situations? I mean, my goodness. I'm just trying to you know, cunningly link everything together verbally, and you're just punching all these holes through my dialogues and my monologues as if you had a hole punch. Do you have a hole punch? Who owns a hole punch on their day-to-day? Maybe if you lived inside of an office, but do you? I mean, I won't judge you if you do, but I gotta say, it's a little bit strange. Far from the most common of circumstances, how did you end up in such a state? That I really want to know, okay? All right. Now that I'm done quasically judging you, I'm gonna go inside this waterfall. There's definitely something in here for us. Of that I have almost no doubts. Behind the waterfall. Let's see here. Ah, yes, the game pack. The question is, how do I get Zed game pack, eh? I'm trying to just remember. Was there an alternate path or something? Huh. But I need that game pack. Not sure. Dang, I really did think that we actually were able to get this right here and now. Instead, all I'm doing is tantalizingly teasing you with the possibilities of what that device might have possibly give us. Or maybe that was on purpose. Who's to say? Am I being my ordinary, usual, ignorant self and forgetting things of incredible importance? Or am I just giving you the rub? Hard to say. Hard to say. Okay, well, that being said, I'm just going to take a quick look around this witch's head for a moment. Nope, don't see much of anything available to us here. Unfortunate. And landed in the water. We landed in the water. All according to plan. I'm not even going to try to use that one joke that I kept trying to use. It doesn't work. Nobody laughs at it. So I've decided to give up on it. Oh, well, it is what it is. It's an old outplayed joke anyway, I suppose. Although I do enjoy saying kekaku. That is pretty fun. All right, then. Well, if we can't do that, then what about this song and dance number, I wonder? It's always so hard to remember when you're able to do specific things and when you're not, you know? Especially with a game this big and with this many potential activities about. You just never really know. Anyway, as always, stab your enemies in the face at any given opportunity, for they truly, well, indubitably deserve it. All right, what have we got here? Hello? What be in here? The other game pack! That looks like a Banjo-Kazooie game pack. I wonder what's inside. We're gonna find out now! Blam-a-dam! It's the mythical ice key of legends! Yes, sir, it's the fabled Banjo-Kazooie ice key. I wonder what it opens. Okay, so this is gonna actually require a lot of explaining if you don't know anything about Banjo-Kazooie. Okay. Here we go. I'll try to explain it as concisely and as briefly as I possibly can. So, in the original Banjo-Kazooie, Rare kind of came up with this sort of technological thing that you could do with a Nintendo 64 game cart, where it would basically involve you taking the cartridge out and putting in a new one as you as the system is currently running. You have to tilt it and pull it out the exact same way, and you can transfer a little bit of information from one cart to the other. However, Nintendo said, we're not too fond of that. You might end up breaking the systems, and then people will end up issuing all of these complaints, so could you not do that? So they had to scrap it. However, they didn't remove every conceivable aspect of this feature, which they labeled Stop and Swap, out of the game. So if you go to very specific locations, you can find various objects that you're just not able to get, or even in some cases, if you cheat the game in order to be able to get them, you aren't able to use them for anything because that stuff got dummied out. So as a sort of quasical compromise for that, basically what they did was, okay, well, Okay, the things you could get, 2 eggs and an ice key, basically. And since you couldn't do anything with them in the first game, they were like, well, let's bring them back in the sequel and have them actually do stuff for the player this time, without any of the whole ripping a cartridge out and putting in another thing, you know? So that's basically what they did, and that's why it came out of a Banjo-Kazooie game pack. It was coming out of the first game. Basically, you hunted down the first game, beat it senseless, and knocked the ice key out of it. And now we'll actually be able to use it for something pretty dope. That said, we cannot do it yet, I'm afraid. So, we are going to just devise ourselves a brand new world for us to explore around, and should be a fun time, I say. There we go, let's just hammer in these sucker chumps. There you go, just plop you right there. We got a corner piece over here. Unfortunately, the Gigatron 5000 is still on the fritz. You think all this bang-a-lang, dang-a-lang I'm doing on this thing would, you know, maybe knock something back into place or something. But unfortunately, nay. Ah, well. Luckily for us, I don't really need it. Blam-a-dam! You have completed Jiggy Wiggy's Challenge 4, so now the Great One will show you the way. And so the way shall be shown, and it will be good. Must load up with all of the rocket ship of the fuel of the... fuel up the rocket ship of the word. I can't do that entire diatribe, but, you know, look that one up. Behold the power of the mighty Jiggy Wiggy! Which room are we opening up? Well, here's the cliff tops, which is all swell and good and dandy and good. Oh, wow, really? I didn't know Jolly Roger's Lagoon was stage 4. How did I forget that? I mean, I guess I got the, I remembered the first 3. I guess the last few worlds, and by last few, I mean the other 5, kinda get jumbled up in me headspace just a wee bit every now and then. Anyway, you are indeed the chosen one, and if you were really seriously awesome Nasty Styles, then you would go over there and do another one. Yeah, but what if I wanted to go through this secret tunnel you have? Don't think I didn't notice your secret tunnel of wonders. Full of signposts. Indeed. Have you looked on the roof of the Red Jinjo house? No, I guess I haven't. Witchy World is where fortune may smile upon you. Yeah, except unless he beats you senseless for it. An egg container followed by jingling. I see what you're laying down here, Mr. Vidya Game. I get you. I'm slightly breakdancing as I say my words. But, all right. Let's just keep on keeping on. Because, man, we have got so much to do. It's gonna be pretty crazy, let me tell you. All right, so first things first, let's head back over to the opening for Glitter Gulch Mines, if you don't mind. There you go, to the plateau. I'd like to see a bee about some honey, and I'd also like to find that there Jinjo that was constantly screaming at me. I believe I was merely being ignorant. Isn't there like a rock somewhere around these here parts? I do believe that is the case. Yeah, that looks like a rock. Yeah, there you are. Don't worry, little dude, I hear ya. Sorry you were trapped under a boulder for so long. And saved your life. Ain't that swell? All right, now that we don't have to listen to that guy yelping for help every 7.5 seconds, we can get some other stuff done. Wouldn't that be nice? I dare say it would. Yo, honeybee and your questionable design. You mind giving me a little bit more of that higgity health, y'all? I'm Honeybee. I'll trade you extra energy units in return for empty honeycombs. Indeed you will. Yes, I do have enough. Only for 1? Dang, man, the prices keep going up. Highway robbery. Anyway, toss your honeycombs over here then, big bear. Yep, there you go. Put a ring on it. Kinda looks like a ring anyway. Wahee! There you go. Now we can get punched in the face a single extra time. It adds up. Alright then, with that being done, what we need... There you are! The split-up pad. I knew there was one over here. This is where we will gain access to newfound things. How dare you, sir? Joke's on you, you big nerd. Basically, that did nothing for me because I only took away the health that I already gained and that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So mathematically, you are the fool, not I. Mathematically. Anyway. just for the sake of being able to say that you can't go to this place until you've been to Witchy World at least long enough to get the split-up move. Really, you should try to do as much of a level as humanly possible before you leave and go to the next one, because chances are, if you don't get all the moves, you're gonna have a bit of an issue. I mean, if all you do is run around collecting notes and what have you, my goodness. Anyway, another murder most successfully done. Also, well, ain't that interesting? A mumbo pad. Fascinating stuff, isn't it? Isn't it? All right then, so chuff, 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 chuffy. Where is you? Where is you at? Or rather, I know where you is at. You're currently in Witchy World, but what I meant by that was, how do I open up yonder doors so that you may return to this realm? That's the real question. Oh, there it is over there. As it turns out, that answer was incredibly easy to find. All right then, we don't need to bring Chuffy over here right now, but you know, now we have the ability to do so. Plus, if you actually climb inside the train, you can tell it to go to specific locations. So, if you get to a train station, and eventually you open up enough areas, you can get to just about any world in the game. Not all of them, mind you, but close enough. And any of the worlds that don't have a train station available will more than most likely, at the very, very bare minimum, have a shortcut to a different one that, you know, was still good enough. Anyway, how'd it be? Freezing cold, but that's the price for launching eggs of solid ice. You got fire eggs, now you got ice eggs. What killed the dinosaurs? The ice eggs. There you go, I feel good about that one. That'll be all. Dismissed. Yeah, it happened. Oh, you forgot your hat. There you go. That happening is actually pretty dang rare. Oh, I was waiting and didn't want to spoil it or nothing. I didn't even want to imply that something else interesting will eventually happen at some point. Anyway, you can freeze foes solid, something fierce. Pretty ding dang handy if I say so myself, and of course I do, because I have to, because no one else is here. And you know what? If I weren't recording, I would be a crazy person. And that's not even really, I mean, technically I could still be considered one. Anyway, Mumbo do be inside that land, but we ain't got no Globo. And even if we did have a Globo, we don't have anything for him to do right now. I say this knowing exactly what the power he has on the overworld is, and until we gain access to it, there's no point in, you know, making him go all the way over there. So, I'm just gonna head over here real quick. Don't mind me, good sir. Just gonna activate this little switch before it's actually necessary. Check it, another world. Of course, not quite yet. We've got an entire Jolly Roger Lagoon to take care of before we bother with any of that. And there's actually a lot of fun things I could teach you guys about that place. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You're gonna love it, I think. All right. It may not be, you know, as rip-roaring and exciting and high-octane as Witchy World, but you know, I think a lot of back scenes lore and some of the things that they do have available are pretty dang cool in their own right. All right, so no beating around the bush. I suppose you guys hear that ominous little giggle, huh? All right, then let's go ahead and grab that Globo just a little bit preemptively. There we go. We'll make use of you at a later time, Mr. Globo, sir. Right here and right now, I have put off going to the mighty lagoon for far too long. Come on, let's go have ourselves a wondrous time, I say. Come, visit the charming resort at Jolly Roger's Lagoon. Hire a wave racer from Blubber's shop at Pano's, or drop in a Jolly for a refreshing ginger beer for fun for the whole family. I don't know if the beer is exactly good for a child. Also, I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in ever partaking of that. I don't care how much ginger you stuff in it. It's going to taste like ass, and it's going to make you stupid, and it's going to make your breath smell like ass! I ain't got time for that! Let's go Jolly! Welcome, one and all, to the wonderful world of Jolly Roger's Lagoon! Is this something I can break with the super drill beak? It is! It's a doubloon! This is a doubloon! They are the only currency accepted in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. So yeah, try to collect yourself as much of that as humanly possible. Anyway, there's Pano's Emporium. Shock and surprise, dude's got pawn shops all up in there, okay? You want to hawk something or you want to buy something, you might be able to find it in there, you just might. You never know, you never know. And, ooh, a mighty leapy pad. Ain't that interesting? Okay, what exactly is this for, though? Ah! All right, hang on a second. I see it. I get you. I just gotta be... Oh. I'm picking up what you're putting down, game. Don't you worry none. Also, you might remember, okay, there's the wave, right? Yeah, you might remember old Captain Blubber. You know, because his ship kind of got crashed on, Treasure Trove Cove and kind of had to help him out a wee bit. You might remember. Anyway, I do believe that this is something that we need to actually split the two up for to be able to gain her. Yep. It ain't happening, lady. You need to get rid of Lardy Boy before you learn this one. Fair enough. All right, that's a Kazooie exclusive technique. In fact, I believe... that's a question. I believe there are 3 techniques in this stage? Oh, that's real helpful. Right, you need to find at least one of the thing before it tells you how many of the thing there are in total. You'll have to forgive me, I completely neglected to remember that part. Alright then, well, let's just collect as many of them doubloons as we possibly can. I'm just telling you right here and now, we's gonna needs it. Alright, also, oh, there's a warp pad, always good. Also, I don't think I don't see that noise. You think you can keep your treasures away from me? Take that priceless area inside the area, I don't know, like a statue or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just an art installation. Either way, I'm sure that was something people actually wanted to have there, but it don't matter none to me. All right, now without Banjo, we should make big air. There you go. Very nice. All right, and we can also, I guess, chill out over here. Can I go inside the chimney? No, I cannot. All right, well, at least I checked. Now I know for a fact that there's no reason to ever try to do that. All right, what ability will you give this bird? Ah, you've lost the safety that Banjo brings. Defend yourself now with your wings. Whirl them around by pressing B. A useful attack, I think you'll agree. There you go. Now Kazooie actually has a melee attack. It was one of the only things she didn't have access to on her own, but now she does. Although, ironically, the standing version of the technique is just as useless as Banjo's old claw swipe technique. Check it out. It's a little bit better because her wings are a little bit longer, so she has a little bit more reach ahead of her, but that's not the version you're going to be using. If you're running around, you can do this really awesome twirl-a-doo. And you can even do it in the air, allowing yourself to do that. And I imagine you can see all of the practical and speed running applications for such a glorious stride, you know? So pretty handy-dandy. We'll be making good use of that. But ultimately, not what I was going for, though. I thought that was going to be the other move. Would have been rather useful to have that one right now, but, oh well. We'll find it in due time. Oh, delightful. More of this noise. Alright. Oh, boy. Alright, I had half of a second to react in time to be able to get to the talent shot, and I did not take it. Alright, now I am up here on the roof. What is the purpose of roof being? That is the $1,002 question. There you go. I changed up the phrase so it's slightly less obnoxious that I won't stop saying it. All right, more jumpies. Very well, you diabolical game. I'll play your silly nonsense. Oh, as you try to murder me with your weird carnivorous knips? I don't think so, sir. None of that's happening today. No, sir. All right, then let's just shimmy sham shim sham shuma sham shum sham shooble our way right on over. Always be ominously prepared. I don't know how you can prepare ominously, but be prepared for any contingency, such as monsters trying to eat your face. Because all I wanted was myself to get myself one of these. Thank you kindly, thank you kindly. Anyway, ooh, I see some more doubloons. Don't mind if I do. Because I need as many of those dang things as I can possibly muster, I sure do. And yo, there you go. All right. Now we can actually talk to that pig with a beach ball. What up? I can't help but notice your 3 arms. Please make this bull. Pickles pushed me in the other week, and look what happened to me. Or my arm. Well, I didn't want to say anything. Thanks. I'm a little touchy about it, as you might expect. Freako. I mean, at least it's a fully functional 3rd arm, you know? So, like, in that aspect, that's not bad. If it was just some sort of horrifying nub, that'd be one thing, but yes, as this, you just kind of have an extra appendage. Sure, shirts are going to be an issue, but it'll be fine. Help us sort out Mr. Bear. What's wrong with it? Looks fine to me. We want to go swimming, but the water is polluted and icy cold. Well, this one may take some time. Yeah, it will. It's gonna take a lot of effort to be able to fix all that's wrong with this thing, let me tell you. All right, so there you go. You might have actually made note of the fact that, so far, doesn't the world seem a little bit small to you? Yeah, I imagine it probably would look that way at first, wouldn't it? That being said, how about we actually go inside some of these here buildings and see what's what, you know? I think that's a good idea. All right, let's go talk to Jolly Roger. I hear he's a jolly soul. I'm gonna warn you ahead of time, there's a lot of innuendo in this place. Just throwing that out there. And by innuendo, I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean innuendo? I mean, salty dumplings, toad in the hole, semen surprise. You look, if you know it, you know it. And if you don't, ask your parents. I ain't gonna be the guy to do it for you, okay? Okay. All right, so let me just grab any and all of these here notes, if you don't mind. Mr. Good Sir, Mr. Jolly. I'm just gonna casually go over here real quick. Oh, ho, 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 it's you! Avast there, you scurvy dogs. I be Captain Black Eye, fearless pirate and scourge of the seas. You're looking a tad wobbly there, Blackie. Just a touch of seasickness. Yeah, sure, you filthy rats. Seasick? Some pirate you are. Watch your tongue, buzzard. So, yeah, this is old Captain Black Eye. Check it out, behind him, you'll notice one of the eggs that can be found through Stop and Swap in the first game that you can't actually gain access to. Or maybe you can, I'm trying to remember. Either way, even if you do get in there, you can't get the egg. That being said, you might be wondering what the deal with Captain Black Eye is, ultimately. Well, fun story. So, man, this is old hat to any old Banjo-Kazooie aficionados out there, but he's actually, at one time, hang on, a bear stole me glory. Looked a bit like you, he did. Yep, he just kind of explained it a little bit right then and there. Way back when, before Banjo-Kazooie was made, Rareware was making a game that they called Project Dream. It was about a young boy, whose name escapes me at the time, but he was basically gonna go ahead and fight himself a pirate. And that pirate was Captain Black Eye. He is the antagonist of a canceled Rare game that eventually slowly evolved itself into the original Banjo-Kazooie. Arr, I had a dream once, and there's his reference to the fact that it was originally called Project Dream. But yeah, Project Dream originally had a bear NPC in it who would eventually become Banjo. Ain't that interesting? And then they're like, well, this Banjo guy seems pretty interesting. Let's have him be the main character, because this isn't really working out so great. And then they're like, man, how are we gonna get this bear to double jump? Well, what if we gave him a backpack and, like, you know, wings came out of it or something whenever he did a double jump? And they were like, yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense, but, like, what if it was like a whole ass bird in there and they were like best friends or something? And that came Kazooie! Ain't that neat? I love development stories like that. And of course, you know, they had their brief first-time cameo in Diddy Kong Racing before their debut game came out. Granted, Kazooie can't be found in Diddy Kong Racing, only Banjo, but she is briefly mentioned in the manual because that was something that they were already planning for Banjo and Kazooie later down the line. I think it's a really neat story. You know, not so great for, you know, Captain Black Eye, obviously. Gunpowder! Some might say what I just did to be mildly arbitrary. And I'd say shush up your face, I feel good about what I just did. I mean, look at it this way. There is no door to get over to that part of the building. So all I did, really, was give him the convenient excuse to call a carpenter and get an actual door built in. So, you know, there you go. I made it easier for Jolly in the long run. And yeah, I know we haven't actually spoken to him yet in any conceivable way, but I'm sure he'll appreciate it. He's a nice guy. And definitely not an effeminate stereotype that could potentially be seen as mildly offensive these days. And that's not at all why I'm mildly putting off talking to him. That's not a thing? What? No, of course not. No. No. What? No. Anyway, the Smuggler's Cavern. Ooh, fancy. All right, question of the day. What can I do in these here parts? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember much of anything here. Oh, there's a big old fish-a-fish. I see him. He's got a Cheeto page. You're somewhat translucent. Can I just swim through you or something? No? No, I know what I need. I know what I need for this particular situation. I may have, oh yeah, in addition with that, yeah, no, I may have quite literally jumped the gun. There's stuff we can definitely do here, but we don't have the moves necessary to be able to actually do them. Quite unfortunate that. Ah, well, consider it a bit of a preview for things to come. Maybe the signpost will give us good information. Having trouble breathing underwater? Go see the shaman. Well, damn, man, you kind of ruined the surprise. In fact, you know what? No, I'm censoring that out. I'm censoring that out. If you've never seen this game before, I don't want it. I don't want what MUMBO'S spell does to... I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to censor that. And now I'm gonna have to censor the fact that I said that character's name. Ah, lordy Lou. Oh, well. That's gonna be weird. Oh, well. It's also entirely superfluous and not necessary, but I'm doing it anyway because I want what that signpost said to be a secret until it happens, dang it. Because it's really neat, and I don't want it to be given away like that. All right, let's go check out Pano. Let's see what he's all about. I've got 20 doubloons. Hey, a Globo! Greetings, friend. The name's Pano. I'm the local pawnbroker. I'm Rick Harris. This is my pawn shop. We're interested in that Jiggy in the case. Yeah, a real nice piece. Circa Banjo-Tooie. So I was told anyway. I reckon 20 gold doubloons would be a fair price. 20 doubloons? We only want the Jiggy, not your whole shop. True that, true that. But luckily that is literally the exact same amount that we have. Anyway. Alley-oop. You know, no joke. I get that it's Gruntilda and she's an ugly old soul, but straight up, I wouldn't mind having this thing. It's kind of a shame you can't get it. Although I'd prefer if it had both of its eyes. It's a little creepy without it. Unless it's a plush of the skeleton form, in which case, you know, you'd kind of expect that. And anyway, just gonna grab hold of that. And all right, I mean, I got the doubloons, so sure. And still 20 doubloons for the Jiggy. Would you like to buy it? Yep, as a matter of fact, what do you say? As a matter of fact, I sure would. Right, friend, let's see some gold. There you go. A pleasure doing business. Please help yourselves. Click, click, ching, ching. That's a 12. Oh, my tum-tum. I'm not very good at my job. Ah, glass everywhere! Good thing that's the world's famous evaporating glass. Otherwise, man, that would have been a huge problem. Could have gotten shards of glass embedded in our faces. Ain't nobody need that in their day-to-day. My goodness, sir. All right, then. All right, I put it off long enough. Let's go talk to Jolly. He does, in fact, have a mission for us that we need to go and take care of. All right, Jolly. What's the haps, my pal? Hello there. I'm Jolly Roger, town mayor and proprietor of this lovely harborside inn. We'd like a ginger beer, please. I'd love to oblige, but I'm less than jolly at the moment as my partner's gone missing. Well, that's a shame. Now, how about that drink? Kazooie. Oh, sorry. Where did you last see her? Well, she was out on a wave racer earlier yesterday evening. I heard a big gulping noise, and when I got outside, she was gone. Perhaps she was eaten by a vicious sea demon? Oh, I hope not. It's happy hour soon, and it'll be needing some help. Or I'll be needing help. Would you like to rent a room? It's half price at 2 doubloons that this naughty mole had dug a hole in the corner of it. How about it? I don't have the money for that, so I'm gonna have to give you a gnaw. That's a shame. I was hoping you'd deal with that rodent rascal. I'd actually like to, don't get me wrong, but, I can't really. Am I misremembering something, or can I not spend any money and just blow the door up? Well, really? That was a brand new door. Have you any idea how much they cost these days? No, I do not. But I also didn't have 2 doubloons, so what you gonna do? Anyway, what up? When in the water and bat his attack, this new move will let you shoot back. Press up C for the aim and sight, followed by Z to fight, whatever. I'm trying to incorporate the weird back-ass language of the Z. Seriously, you call it zebras? Do you call it Dragon Ball Z? Is that a thing you do? Canada? And I guess also the UK as a whole? I'm afraid our jukebox is broken at the moment. A real pity. I just love dancing to the Salty Seaman Shanty. Perhaps you'll find a way to fix it. On principle, I'm just going to walk out of the building and look for your partner. Okay? Okay. See you later, my man. See you later. Because I don't know if you guys remember, it's possible that you don't, we got ourselves a Globo! And that means we've gained access to one top-of-the-line, full quality, no money down, buy two, get four free, Mumbo extravaganza. Also, on top of everything else, the dude's only, oh, hey, look at that. I guess I didn't need to blow up that door. Oops. Oh, well, point is, I believe there's only one thing Mumbo can do in this entire level, but it's a doozy. All right, I've read his dialogue 4 times now. I don't need to do it again, okay? We got the Globo. I'm gonna give you the Globo. I need you to do your crazy mumbo jumbo magic styles. You know what I mean? I think you do. Mumbo, we've been friends for a good couple years now. I think we get each other. All right, readjust the bird's nest diaper, and he's on the case. Not that there's any monsters around to actually justify using the mighty taser stick of Gullibaloo, which is what I've decided to call this weapon. The mighty taser stick of Gullibaloo. Oh, all right, well, that's something to remember. I thought that there was something inside of his hut that I would need to explode, but I didn't look around in time. Yeah, well, it's all the same, no big deal. We just need Mumbo to go out over here up onto this dock, and you are not gonna believe the noise he's about to do. Check it. Hope this works. If you do, you'll revolutionize existence, my dude. And there you go. Mumbo shine big light on water. It now has plenty oxygen. Baron Bird not need to hold breath in there. No, now. Yeah. So, I don't claim to be much of a scientist, but I don't think that's how that works. Because, for a lot of reasons, if I'm being honest with you. But ultimately, I suppose it doesn't really matter that much. Long story short, we can breathe underwater here now. So, there you go. One of the major issues with swimming in this game has just been completely alleviated. Also, man, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna look like a big fool. But I believe I know what's on the other side of that there wall. And if I do know what it is, then what I know more than anything else in my life, other than this exact moment, is the fact that we need to go Kazooie solo for this one. I like to think that Kazooie is yelling Prego, because she's a big fan of tomato sauce for your pasta. I'm not sponsored, but man, if pasta sauce wanted to sponsor me, oh hell yeah, I'd take that. Oh man, I'd take only the weirdest damn sponsorships of that, I assure you. I ain't gonna be bothering with that Raid Shadow Legends or Eat Fresh or Audible or all those other things you never stops. Squarespace! You know the ones. You guys are on YouTube. And I'm not saying that just because they've literally never reached out to me because I don't have big enough of an audience to justify it. I'm not at all upset by that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm pretty much just doing things for fun. Anyway, hey, it's Tip Top. Oh, I don't know what to do. Well, it seems to be the problem, Tip Top. It's my baby. He's about 32 weeks late. Can you help? Can't you just sit on it and hatch it? I'm a reptile, not a bird. He's supposed to get out himself. That is indeed the case. Problem. I sure did think that you could gain the power here. Apparently not. Hang on, do I even learn that ability here? Okay, well, I think I do, yeah. Problem is, I do not remember where. Oh, you know, since we haven't actually gotten into it, Kazooie can, for lack of a better term, swim, but because she's a bone and her bones are hollow, she can't actually dive underwater. She doesn't weigh enough. So that's actually one of the things that Kazooie can't do that she needs Banjo for. Banjo, of course, can swim underwater because he's heavy enough for it, but without Kazooie's wingspan, swimming isn't exactly the easiest thing in the world, you know? Okay, so, I'm trying to think. Because if I could, it would definitely help out, but I don't actually think I can yet. I think I'll just try to make do with what we've got. Alright then, so before I jump down into that mighty lagoon, let me just quickly check something real quick. I'm curious about something. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Let's dig it up! Alright! I might not be able to do anything about the fact the water is ice cold, but I might be able to do something about all this here pollution that's causing so much problems for you. Also, there's a Jinjo in here somewhere, so that's pretty handy. Unless it is a Minjo! It's possible. Are you a Minjo most evil? Yes, you are! Trying to impersonate the honorable Jinjo species. How dare thee. You disgust me something fierce, you do. Alright, well, just give me a big pile of all that stuff. Thank you, thank you. Alright, doesn't look like any actual legitimate collectibles can be found, but there you go. Let me just turn off the pollution machine. Because, you know, all things have one of these, obviously. Oh! Either that Minjo respond, or there is a Jinjo around here. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Regardless. There you go. No more pollution. Thanks, giant teddy bear. Now our water is crystal clear. Yeah, but it's still real cold. Which is kind of the point, you'd think. Why would you go swimming if you didn't want cold water? Because that's the whole point. The whole point is to cool yourself off, ain't it? Alright, so that's not a thing. Let me check over here to see if that guy respawned already. Oh, he did. Yeah, okay, never mind then. Tis be a den of lies and deceit. Anyway, that's interesting. I wonder if it's something that we'll ever be able to concern ourselves with in the future. Probably not. I mean, what are the odds of a Jiggy becoming eventually under our ownership? Absolute insanity, I imagine. Yeah, you go ahead and keep on your whistling. I ain't falling for your diabolical crimes. I still can't help but feel like there's definitely a Jinjo in there that I missed. Oh, well, I'm sure I'll remember and figure it out eventually later. Anyway, no more pollution. Not bad, eh? Not bad. All right, now get me the hell out of this stuff. Apparently, Banjo-Kazooie are immune to both the cold and pollution. Go figure. Anyway, diving down. All right, I don't remember how to get that Jinjo, so we're going to ignore him for now, and instead, we've got some swimming to do. So, yeah, in case you were wondering why on earth this world seemed so tiny and minuscule, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It's just a lot of stuff underwater. And that's why we can now, it's a good idea to be able to do this. Also, get out of here with that, you nerd. Okay, hang on. Aiming is proving tricky. There we go. All right. I don't know how long you're going to stay passed out, so I'm just going to grab that. Thank you. Uh-oh. Whoopsie doodles. Up. All right. Cool. The sea anemone of evil. You really are a sea enemy. All right, then. Anyway, if I could please get that notes. Thank you. Very kind, very kind. Well, that's eggs. I don't need those, but I do need what you're selling, mister. So don't mind me. I'm just going to... Oh. Okay. Hang on. Aiming isn't easy. I just kind of need to hope for the splash damage. There we go. Swim-a-doo. And more notes for me. Ain't that just the swellest? All right, let's move along. Luckily for us, there's an abundant amount of light sources down here. You'd think that wouldn't be the case, but it is for some reason. It's weird. Anyway, you might notice a big ol' whatchamacalls that's over here, and you might be thinking, oh, maybe I gotta do him a big murder. No. You gotta think bigger than that. What's something we haven't actually used for a practical application yet? That's correct. We haven't used the ice eggs. And what do the ice eggs do? Freeze foes solid till they can't do nothing bad nothing no mo. And the best part is, it's temporary, so it's not even being incredibly evil. See? He's already thawed out, and he's back to his ordinary flailing his arms around randomly ways. Pretty nifty, pretty nifty. And welcome to Atlantis! Like, not even a joke, it says it right there. This is straight up Atlantis somehow. All right. Ooh, a treble cleft. I see you over there. Don't mind if I do. Man, that really was a big-ass sunbeam if it oxidized all of this water. Also, again, I do not think that that is a thing that it can do. Anyway, I only got so many of these things, so let's try to miss less often, you know? Thank you. All right, so there's also those dudes. Oh, boy. Yep. Ow! Why are you this way, pufferfish man? What if I hated you and wanted you to be dead? What if I did that? I mean, I got no reason to not. Like, check this out. Okay, there you are. Clean shot! That is a violent end! Did I kill him at least? I think I did. I think I did. I don't see him anymore and he's not trying to murder me. So, that's my guess. Anyway, grenades, please? Thank you. Definitely needed more of those. And on top of everything else, what about you, sir? Can I blow you up for goods and services? Is that a thing? I don't know. No, it's not. I don't remember how to get things out of the translucent fish. That could be a bit of an issue. All right, then. Well. Can't do nothing about that one. Kazooie branded ancient temple paneling. Kazooie, you really do need to talk about these endorsements you keep getting without my knowledge, okay? And yeah, okay, I get it. You puff in, you puff out. You're Mr. Cool Guy. I don't care. All right, bye-bye. Don't think I can blow that up. Of course, if I could actually get a dead-on shot, that'd be nice. Yeah, okay, no, that definitely doesn't work. Fair enough, fair enough. All right, well, I see some notes over here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get myself some of dems if it's all the same with y'all's. There you go. Yes, yes, give me what I seek. I demand it. Thank you. Also, there's an opening over here, so I'm gonna swim through it. I missed. Somehow, some way, I found a way to miss. What a bummer. What a bummer. Oh, we've got eels, y'all. We've got eels. All right. Good thing my ma ain't playing this. She has got a weird, irrational fear of eels. I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but, like, at the same time, I also don't really get it. It's kind of weird. But, you know, phobias generally very rarely actually make any sense. It's kind of why they're, you know, phobias. Anyway, they can have actual logistical reasons behind them, but just, you know, not always. Anyway, I guess this isn't where I learned the hatching technique. Weird. Z launch bird, just watch her go through the water like a torpedo. Control stick to steer and A for speed, B to cancel if it's Banjo you need. So, yeah. Now we can use Kazooie as a, well, for lack of a better term, a torpedo. It's kind of weird, I know, but, yeah, that's a thing. Just dive underneath. Set it out. She busts out the Prego. She uses her back tails, her tail feathers as like a little propeller. All right. The eels are unnecessary to this entire procedure, I feel. I don't understand why the eels need to be involved in this, if I'm being honest with you. Seems woefully unnecessary. Unnecessary, unneeded. Just an unwanted wrinkle in the situation. All right. So I know for a fact that you need to, like, put eggs in these things, but I don't know how many. Or if it's a specific amount for each one, you know? Yeah, see, it's all wow wow, which means you did it wrong, stupid. So you could, oh, I remember now. I don't like this. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, okay, so, symbol for pi, squiggly, omega, squiggly, triangle, triangle. All right, I can remember the bottom one as just being triangle, triangle. That's not too hard, and I can remember pi. So basically, pi, squiggle, omega, squiggle. Squiggle, omega, squiggle, basically. Okay, so first things first, where's pi? Hang on, are you pi? You are pi, okay. Then we need squiggle. There you are, old squiggles. There we go, all right. And then we need omega. Good, good. And then we give them the old squiggle again. And then, when they least suspect it, you hit them with the old double triangle. There you go. I actually distinctly remember that stumping me as a child. Because I just thought it was, you know, completely superfluous background detail. But nope, it's in fact totally needed and necessary. Anyway, I think I'm actually swimming in the wrong direction for this. Where are you? There you are, over there. All these tropical fish be getting in my way. I can't see where I is be goings. Most uncool, bruh. Most uncool. Alright, so which of the many things I remember having to do in this place is this one anyway?